Hey, friends. Welcome to Pointers for Life podcast. I'm your host, Katie Bird, and joined by my brother, one of my favorite brothers, Connor Luebbert. We have a very special episode. We are at our childhood home for Thanksgiving, home for the holidays in the small town of Loose Creek, Missouri. And we invited some of our extended family to join us for this week to talk about Pointers for Life, pointers on how to have fun, especially in a small town when there's nothing to do. We talk about how our friendships have evolved and how you stay friends with people for over 50 years. Secrets to a happy marriage and just living life to the fullest in a small town, in a great community. So this episode features myself and Connor, who are typically your hosts, but then we also have very special guests, our aunt and uncle, Kathy and Glenn Robertson. They are basically like the mayors of this town. We have my other brother, Tyler, makes an appearance. My cousin, Matt Robertson, makes an appearance. And Matt's youngest son, George, our fourth grade friend, who makes an appearance. And it's a lot of fun. So we hope you enjoy this episode and hope you get a couple pointers on living life to the fullest. And happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll see you out there.
All right. So now
back in again.
We're back. Hey, everybody. So what do we do for fun when we are, I guess, let's see. What do we do for fun after the whole, like your kids are a little older?
Oh my. Ball games, obviously.
We do a lot of sporting events, but when we're not at sporting events,
Well, you had the boat.
we had a boat. We'd go to the river.
We love the river.
We did go to the river. A lot of water skiing.
That's the best.
We had a little above the ground pool, so we're at the pool, but we'd do hay rides. We'd go down to the cabin down there, that little playhouse, and have bonfires, fishing, swimming in the creek.
Yeah, we took the kids a lot to the creek.
We never had to look far.
We didn't get to go to many vacations because we didn't have anybody to do the turkeys.
Right.
If it's important, take it.
No,
It looks like spam.
That's probably spam. Glenn doesn't get any spams.
But we didn't go on vacations much.
Now you do, though.
Yeah.
Now you're everywhere.
Now we get to go.
I have one question back to the creek comment. What was the better creek to take the kids to? The Loose Creek or the Sugar Creek?
Oh,
We got two meet of people. We got Loose Creek, man. What do we got?
yeah. Early years, I didn't know the Sugar Creek, but when we got older, the Sugar Creek and the Blue Hole was the place to go.
Blue Hole
Blue
was.
Hole.
What's the best?
It's right there, like in the town before you cut up the road. It's like a deep spot. So I like that one.
Oh, the highway bridge crossing the
Yep.
Yeah.
little town.
We spent a lot of
big
time
town.
because we didn't get to go to swimming pools.
The
That was
Sugar
it.
Creek.
Oh, yeah.
And the creeks were cleaner and deeper then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They got filled in.
Either that or when we were little, they just looked
Look,
bigger.
dude, that couldn't be.
You know,
When
that
Glenn's
could-
relatives would come from New Jersey, there was 5 boys in the family. They would get out of the car and they wouldn't even go in to say hi. Glenn would be waiting for him because he had no brothers. They'd go straight to that creek.
Oh,
And I mean,
darn.
they spent the week in the creek because they didn't get to do that in the
Right.
city.
right.
That's so fun.
And when we had kids, like Stephen and Alex and Marilee's kids, that's what they wanted to do was be in that creek,
Yeah.
just be able to swap around because they didn't get to do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they had a lot of fun doing that.
I love the creek, too.
But we didn't miss vacations going someplace because we had a lot to do at home anyway. You know,
we were always
we always
You
had
were
something.
always doing something fun.
Yeah, we always had. And we were lucky to be able to do that.
But
we're
still
we
busy.
don't need to go anywhere anymore. We stay at home and have
Still
fun.
have fun.
And how do you have fun now? Keep it PG.
Listen.
You think we stay home? We are the busiest 75-year-old people. We are gone all the time.
But, where are you going?
Okay, we go to every sporting event from every grandkid.
Yeah, you've done.
And you have how many
great.
grandkids?
15.
And how many great-grandkids?
3. And I don't know what we do now, but we are busy and we're still involved in church and we do a lot of volunteering. He does a lot of helping people do things, but I don't know. We are very busy people. And, when somebody's sick, the only thing we know how to do is make them a meal or
That's great.
see if they need,
Fantastic.
we had a tragedy a couple weeks ago. Joseph Pullman was in the accident I went out and helped him fry chicken, because they had two caterings in the same day. So he just went out and helped. In the city, I don't think you know people well enough to even know what had happened to them. You just have to, I don't know, we know everybody, and some people aren't as friendly as others, but.
Do they call you and ask for help, or
No,
just
no,
Never.
they don't ever call.
Glenn calls them and says, and all I do is cook because I can't do anything.
I love it.
Uh,
So cool.
A better place to live I don't think you'd find.
I agree.
My wife says the same thing.
Kim's from St. Louis. What do you think, Mom?
The upbringing here, I don't know. I know there's ornery kids. I'm not just.
Oh,
Well,
we have a few. We have a few too.
Tyler.
But they've too got that bond of being with their friends. And thank God, I'm glad we didn't find out where the kids are on the phone.
oh yeah. That's probably a good
I'm glad we didn't, because Julie, and they could tell us where they were, and you just said, "Oh, okay."
Okay.
I'm glad we didn't.
It's a great thing that you didn't have that on.
I don't want to know. Don't want to.
when they need freedom too to
Right.
learn.
That's right.
We had freedom to learn, even though I was grounded my entire high school career. So
It
was
seemed like it.
So was Julie.
And I learned from my older siblings, so I never did anything bad or ever got in trouble.
I'm still finding beer bottles out in the pasture.
And the young people would go out with the little bit older people. They treated them like brothers or sisters.
Yeah, they watched that for me.
John came home one
That's
night
true.
about 1:30 in the morning, and his curfew was 12:30. I said, "Where in the hell you been?" He said, "Dad, I was with John Stegman, and they were talking to people, and I had to wait for him to bring me home."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "You were with John Stegman." John was probably 10 years older than John.
Wow.
And so I saw John Stegman a few days later. I said, "John, I just want to ask you, just to be peace of mind." I said, "Was my John with you the other night?" "Yeah, he was. We got to talking and drinking, and we weren't ready to go home yet."
And John
was telling me the truth, and I was thankful for that.
They're still big buddies.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. I dated his son for a minute. He's the
not?
cutest.
yeah, he's
Anyhow.
a good boy.
All right, what else? What other good gossip do we have? So wedding dances. Let's talk about the wedding dances.
There was something you all touched on earlier. You said there were 21 weddings in a single year in the year you got married.
Yeah.
In Loose Creek.
It was
At least
like
one.
a town.
Did the community center exist at the time?
No.
So where were the receptions?
Church
School,
basement.
yeah.
School basement. Yeah.
That couldn't have been that much fun. Did they serve alcohol?
And tell them how they serve.
Okay. Back then, there were no solo cups. So they'd have a keg of beer.
Why didn't we invent the solo cup?
What were you
Kathy?
thinking,
What were
yeah?
we thinking?
There was a keg of beer, and they took old beer cans. They weren't aluminum; they were metal beer cans. So whenever somebody had beer cans, they'd bring them to school, and they cut the tops out of them. And they
wash them.
they would rinse them out and put them upside down on beer flats under the cabinet in the school basement. You know those cabinets.
That's still,
Yeah, I was just
there's not
thinking
a
that.
sharp edge.
Well, there could have been, but not always.
And we're worried about microplastics. Are you kidding me?
Under those, still the same old cabinets that
cabinets.
when I was
That's
a kid,
when they got the
they would set them on there upside down after they rinsed them, and they stayed there till the next wedding.
Unbelievable. Not heard
Yeah.
that one. I have not heard that one.
That's
That's
crazy.
That's unbelievable,
But,
Jimmy Bobby.
just think, I remember working at a wedding. Then you had your neighbors cooked.
Hold on. Working at a wedding.
You did the food for your neighbors. So it, like I got,
Like the neighbors should have been there eating.
Eating.
Somebody else
Right.
cooking.
but
the
you had to have a
neighbors
pretty darn good friend to ask them
cooked
to
it
do
all.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, I can remember, and Linda Nelson came here, and she didn't know a lot of people, and she got asked to cook at a wedding, and she was so proud that she finally had made it.
Mhm.
And it was about 95. No
Oh,
air conditioning in church, no air conditioning at school. Diane Borgmar came down. There was a big fan. She went like this with her dress because we were all dying of heat. I was excited.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole world.
Oh,
Now,
Yeah, that's funny.
and it didn't hold that many. But that's the way it should be yet, because now the
Yeah.
community club is 800.
Literally, for Will's wedding, they invited 1,000 people,
I think it was 1,000.
and the 800 showed up. What about Morgan's wedding?
That wasn't quite as big.
But
Julie's
Yeah.
was big.
Julie's was the first one of the first really
Yeah.
big ones. But, you know,
That's another thing. You live in a small town.
you
You
That's-
have to buy it.
the whole
Everybody-
town.
everybody
Yeah.
in the
And then
entire
if you live
town.
in two small towns like Matt and Erica and
Yeah. Yeah,
Marlon,
that's right.
it's two small towns.
Exactly.
That's right. Yeah, everybody. And as kids,
That's just
Yeah.
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 and in high school, that was what we did for fun.
Yeah.
We didn't even know the people,
You
but we were like,
crashed the
there's-
wedding dance.
we would crash the wedding dance.
There was an unspoken rule with that, though, is you went after the meal.
Yeah,
after
thank you.
dinner.
After the meal.
Right.
because
And you
didn't
bring your own
invite it,
beer.
so-
Yeah.
So it's fine.
But now
You
they
enjoy the
crash
beer.
and they don't
Look,
bring
she's
their own
sleeping.
beer.
Now that's not cool.
And
Is he
you just
so-
come in there and they're drinking illegally. And that's not
Pointer of the day is if you're going to crash a wedding, you bring your own beer.
That's
Yes.
right.
Right.
And you
Yeah.
don't drink and drive.
right.
But we don't have
But
Uber
people
here,
from
so-
the city would come to our weddings and they said, you don't know all these people. You can't know all these
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. We actually
We know every
And
single
isn't that
person.
great though? That
It is. Oh, it's
that's-
fantastic.
It is awesome. Wait, now, what did you guys do for music at these wedding receptions that were in
So it-
We had band.
live bands?
Yeah, we had live band.
Yeah, Kathy, but it was country western music.
Yeah,
yeah,
it
we
was
had
Sure.
it was square dancing.
But we had it in
It
our
was-
school basement,
Yeah.
the Catholic school basement. That's where our reception was.
Yeah.
And that was tiny.
You've been in there at Mita.
That's insane.
It's tiny. And then we opened all the presents.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what are the classroom?
Is it 6 o'clock?
5:11.
Oh, George, get George in here. He's got to answer some
Oh, they
questions
pick him up.
before he leaves.
Oh,
it's
Are they here then?
Oh, they might be
Them?
staying, like, hang out for a second
Oh,
then.
good.
But
Well,
we
they
got-
can answer some questions too. We
We
can
got
talk about
it.
how they had fun.
Okay, George, here. You
Come
sit
here,
Grandpa's spot.
Right.
George,
Are you gonna have fun? Take my no.
Then you ask him questions.
You got to see this.
Here,
Yeah.
why don't-
Here, George. You
George,
take my
come this
and
way.
I'll-
Yep,
you
you're
sit
good to
right
go.
next to
You're good to go.
Grandpa's.
You can sit on my lap and Uncle Mark can sit back.
Ladies and
down.
gentlemen, we have
What's your name, buddy?
George.
Who is that microphone?
Get
out
right
of his
over here.
face?
There we go. There, you see yourself?
Yep.
Is that
Okay, here we go.
That's my boy.
I'm George Robertson.
How old are you?
10 years old.
Amazing. And where are you from?
Creek, Missouri.
Lewis Creek, Missouri. Do you know the population of Lewis Creek, Missouri?
I do not.
What would you think it is? If you were to guess.
wild guess. Shot in the dark.
250.
That's close.
He told me.
I thought we were
closer to
we were
like
like 100.
I thought we were like 350.
Well, see, we just asked him a shot in the dark.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Now,
Yeah.
George, who are these people next to you?
This is my grandpa. This is my grandpa, Glenn Robertson. And this is my grandma, Kathy Robertson.
Amazing. And what grade are you?
4th grade.
4th grade. Now, now, George, this is very important. So this podcast is called Pointers for Life, meaning we give expert pointers on how to live your life to the fullest.
Yeah.
Now, you being 10 years old and in 4th grade.
Yeah.
What would you say? What's your pointer?
Give
for
me
life?
maybe a little bit more direct pointed question. What do
Like-
you do for fun?
Like, what do you do for
Uh,
fun?
Usually I play video games, go outside. I play basketball,
Nice.
Soccer, basketball,
Yeah. baseball.
baseball.
You know, one of the things I'm most impressed about George is that he engages with all my grandkids, the
Yeah.
younger ones, and helps so much. You love kids, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You love to be around them. You just love to help. Wonderful at that. I just want to thank
Thank you.
publicly for that. So
Me
there you go.
too.
Yep.
Me too. You're the best.
So today he was at our house and we had a little pile of dirt he was supposed to clean up. And I was going to just pick up the big rocks. He said, no, you got to pick all the dirt up. So I said, John, just go out with Grandpa and find out what you're supposed to do, but I got to get the dishes done. I go out there. He's using a shovel. He said, Grandpa had to teach me how to use a shovel, which
I knew that.
so he was shoveling into the wheelbarrow without me. And I'm like, George, we don't have to pick all that up because you have Grandpa, so we have to clean that whole. So I'm like,
And they cleaned it up spick and
That's
span.
good.
Good job. Bo-
so
The only
we'll
thing
throw-
I gave a little hint is how you get in there and you can help shove it handle with your
Yeah.
knee.
And your dad taught me that one. Yep.
Come here, Benj.
Yeah.
Hey, Benj. Benji, what's your name?
Benji,
What's your full name?
Benjamin,
Benjamin what?
What?
What's your last name?
Benjamin Luebbert.
Luebbert. Very good.
Luebbert.
And then what grade are you in?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. How old are you?
5.
Awesome.
Do you see this guy at school?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Benji.
Kiss,
School.
Eve?
Kids fall.
Yeah.
George, what's your favorite thing to do? If you had to pick one thing,
Probably maybe
what is it?
What's your new thing you gotta do?
like
Get over here.
He's good at Legos.
He is.
I love it. Kathy Robertson. This is our cousin. My friend. Good to see you. Natural light with her. Hey, we're looking for sponsors. So natural light. If we could get that, that'd be great. Hey, Matt, we were just talking about basically this. So the podcast is Pointers for Life. So we give, because we're the experts on fun and how to have a great, wonderful life and living it to the fullest. So we now have interviewed your son, your dad, your mom about how they had fun back in the day and what they do now. We have to ask you the same question.
So what I do for fun now is a lot different than back in the day.
Well, we can start from back in the day.
Start with back in the day.
So like when I was George's age, growing up, played a lot outside, a lot of sports. We would ride our 4-wheeler around the farm. We would pull our cousins, and my brother would pull me on things we probably shouldn't have been pulled on behind a 4-wheeler.
Like what? Give me one example. Like a sled?
No, we would take a piece of plywood, cut a hole in it. I'd steal some rope from my dad, and we would tie it around a 4-wheeler, and we would drive it around as much as we could until we got caught.
And then we'd sling people off of that.
No, sling people off of that. We'd take them in creeks.
What did you call that board?
That was called a weenie board. That's how creative we were. Not much, in the marketing area there.
Did you ever go water skiing on the creek behind that 4-wheeler?
Yeah, so the statute of limitations is probably up on this one. But we were probably a little older than George at this age, maybe 8th grade, high school. There was enough water in the local creek, so we convinced a St. Louis cousin that we water skied behind a 4-wheeler all the time. So we would have a 4-wheeler on the bank, and he'd be on a ski in the creek, and we would pull him. And one of our neighbors, one of Dad's friends, seen us and told Dad what we were doing one day.
Boy.
That never happened again. With any generation.
If there
was a pretty dumb.
If there would be a puddle out in the field, low spot, and there's of water, they would water ski. They'd spin around in that wet grass and on water skis. Oh my God.
He is over there cringing because he cares so much about his dang grass. We have a postage stamp of the backyard. He's like, nobody walk on the grass. So that would be.
Oh, we didn't have a yard.
Dude,
The side yard was a wiffle ball field.
Yeah,
Wiffle ball. It was nothing but dirt. And every spring I'd re-sow it. And then I said, well, why? They're having fun. Their kids are going to be gone.
Yeah.
So we let it. That was their ball field.
Dad would put stakes around it so he couldn't get in there. And the day he took the stakes out, there we were again. Whole plate was sitting there. He'd come home and he'd kind of look at it, kind of just shake his head and walk in the house. we kind of broke him there a little bit.
Amazing.
And that's kind of carried on with generations. I had the same thing in my front yard, and I didn't really try. I just let the bare spot be there.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's kind of like the bald spot on your head. Your kids kind of.
You're doing okay, yeah?
Well, that's why I wear a hat.
Oh, okay.
This part doesn't look bad.
That's not bad at all. Man, he got good hair.
He does, yeah.
Better than John, so that's
Yeah.
all right. So then let's move into high school. So what did you guys do for fun then?
Oh boy. So I don't know what the target audience is on this.
Life. It's everybody wants to listen in and know how to have a good life.
So we played a lot of sports. So a lot centered around that. But that's how, I encourage all my kids to play sports or be involved because that's where you meet all your lifelong friends. So after that, we would go to a buddy's house or we would find a party, whether it's at a Knights of Columbus or a field somewhere. And
we talk a lot about crashing wedding dances. Did you guys crash wedding dances?
Yes.
But you never ate that.
Yes, that's one thing.
Ma'am doesn't eat at parties.
That's right.
I took that. I don't eat at parties.
We would crash wedding dances. Yeah, some of my friends would be sitting there in line waiting to eat. I'm like, oh my goodness, we can't be doing that.
You can't do that if you're crashing a wedding because they already have it planned out how much food they're going to have. You're taking away from the people who are invited.
The most popular person I ever.
Yes.
Charlotte.
Hello, Charlotte.
You got it.
Hi, Auntie.
But yeah, I'll tell you, I was
He's good right here.
I'm between Freddie Manzer and Justin, as in the OG leader. And he's like, check out the podcast. It was nice. Like, oh my God, how would you know about it?
Yeah,
So
we've
no,
got 20 followers.
Yeah. But I mean, people are starting to watch it, and like, honestly, the reviews so far have been kind of glowing, especially because if it's me, so they would tell me if I sucked.
That's been
But no, it's just
for fun.
Yeah, so it's gotten a lot different and a lot calmer, but I don't think I would trade it. We have a lot of time spent with family,
4
parents,
boys.
and my extended family. But yes, we have 4 boys at home, 2 in college, 1 in high school, 1 in grade school. So if we're not chasing ball games, we spend a lot of time with friends. So like tonight, we're going to a Friendsgiving at a house, and we'll bring a cover dish and have beers and play cards, and we go out for dinner and things, typical.
Wait, there's places to go out to dinner?
the barn.
Not me, the barn.
Bought a little bit.
We go out a little bit. We go to Jeff, and the Osage View is really good.
Osage
Here
View is
close.
good, yeah.
In Mexico.
In Mexico, we've gone to Mexico.
Yeah.
Wait. Matt, were you or was this Ryan that had your honeymoon with all your best friends?
That was
What did I misremember?
Robbo.
Ryan with Brian Bruni. It wasn't his honeymoon.
They went on somebody else's
so-
honeymoon.
Brian's really okay.
So if you have time on your podcast for a funny story,
We have nothing but fun.
Go.
one of our friends, Brian and Bruni and his wife, Christy, got married. So we all went as friends on their honeymoon. Great time. And
Where'd you go?
we went to, this was Cabo, San Lucas.
Wow.
Great time.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Well, before we left, my brother Ryan had bought his engagement ring, and he wanted to propose to Marla on the beach. I'm like,
That's right.
absolutely, that'll be so great. And we were going to do it the last night we were there, so not to steal their thunder, for their honeymoon. And we had it all concocted where I was going to go down on the beach, and in the sand with the shovel, will you marry me? And after they came out for dinner, he will see the message. Well, that day I got the affliction in Mexico that some people get.
Oh,
Montezuma's
no.
revenge.
Montezuma's revenge.
Montezuma's revenge.
I felt like about 2 cents, So I had to get this done there. So they all go out for dinner, and I'm down on the beach, and I am swooping and I am vomiting while I'm doing it.
That's horrible.
And I'll never get the story. 10 guys, they were younger. They come up and said, "What are you doing, man?" And I told them, they go, "Give me a shovel." And
Oh,
we
that's
all did
great.
this together.
Are you marrying me?
And I put the shovel down and walked through the room. I didn't even watch the engagement.
You didn't know the guys, or was it?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
They were random.
No.
That's what I thought. That's crazy.
Can we help you with something? I told him,
Cool.
"Come on, let's do it."
Let's do it.
Oh,
Nice young.
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't paid you back for that.
Oh, I'm sure he has.
Oh.
We don't keep score.
No, sounds like this. Sounds like a story. Found some Canadians at a wedding.
I was just
Okay.
At the wedding.
No, so we were there for Connor's graduation.
Yeah.
Graduation present. And legal drinking age in Mexico is 18?
Yes, we were in Puerto Vallarta.
I think it's if you can old enough to see over the counter, basically.
Sure,
But
sure.
go ahead.
So,
It's your check.
so let
Yeah.
me tell you how this started. So we finally get to our all-inclusive resort, and everybody is jet lagged because we got there kind of late.
Okay.
It was late in the evening now, but I'm like, I can legally drink for the first time. I'm going to the bar. I immediately start hitting on the first attractive woman I see, who ended up being like, remember, I'm 18 years old. I think she was 35.
No, she was 28.
28.
It was 20
Yeah.
years older, I remember.
Anyway, so I'm like chatting her up. It's me. I'm not doing a great job at it. So her friends are like, they're all watching. And the best part was one of the guys who actually ended up being, he was a carpenter in Whistler, Canada.
Cool.
And he ended up, but he's also Canadian military. And this is also me at the peak of like my wrestling career. So I'm like, let's have a push-up contest. As you can imagine, I got absolutely
Everybody
demolished
got-
by him. But we ended up just drinking, having a great time. The next morning, we are going. I am beyond hungover. We go to the pool area, and there's a group of Canadians that just out of nowhere start chanting, "Scream, loose, loose."
We are all following Connor, and we're all like, "What the hell?"
What did he do?
Yeah. What did he do? Yeah.
What did you do last night?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I didn't hear that.
I made a lot of friends.
And we hung out with them the rest of the week, and
We're invited to the wedding.
we
Right?
were invited to the wedding, so we crashed that wedding.
Yeah.
In Mexico. We had a wonderful time.
Yes.
The Canadians are really good.
If you smile
We
at
got-
people, they smile back. You know
Thumbs
that?
Want to get here? You get this one.
Come on in.
Come on, Tyler. All right, Matt.
Here,
So-
why don't you? I ain't never moved on me. They're for.
all right, Matt. Rate your favorite siblings from your favorite to your least favorite.
Oh,
Rate your favorite siblings from your favorite to your least.
No, not on the box. It's not.
my favorite is Julie. Let's see our time for last.
Oh,
There you go. Nice job. Nice job. You ought to be in sales, buddy.
knows what
You need to tell Julie that.
That's a good answer.
That's a good answer.
All right, so Matt, now, okay, so we hit on college or high school, college. Where did we go to college? What did we do?
I graduated from Westminster in 2002.
Oh my God, you're old.
I am old. Didn't have the wild and crazy college experience.
Do you regret that?
Absolutely not.
Good.
No, spent a lot of time. I mean, on weekends we had fun, but I wasn't in a fraternity.
You did baseball, didn't you?
I did baseball one year, basketball one year.
Wow. What's your favorite sport that you played?
I would say baseball
Yeah.
that I play. But I just figured out a young age that there was no future in it. So I focused on my studies. And
Matt is leaving out one athletic adventure he had.
What?
He went into boxing.
I actually don't know about this.
He was training for the Olympics, and he was challenged by
the
another.
Beer Olympics.
The Bureau.
My favorite Olympics.
No.
This is real.
No.
This is
That's the Olympics. He won the Olympics,
He
but
was overselling it.
He's like George.
So I was
boxing match is real. So
I
go
was
ahead.
hanging out with a group of my buddies, and they were all in a fraternity. And another fraternity had challenged them that said they want to have a boxing match on campus, sanctioned refs, big crowd, fundraiser. Would anybody challenge this guy who's a linebacker from the football team? And I'm kind of country dumb or country tough, and I said, sure, I'll fight anybody.
Wow.
and Matt and I'm sorry, Matt, but Matt was known to have participated in some
I was wondering that.
Oh, some unsanctioned fights.
unsanctioned fights.
Nope, I don't believe it.
Oh, we had a fight on campus. I don't know, Katie, how they got this through, but this fraternity put it on. They had ring girls. They were serving booze.
It was recorded. I watched the recording of it.
Well, they're still around.
Westminster.
Oh, I know. That's like a Catholic
What
school.
fraternity was it?
It was
I think it's
Betas versus Fidos.
Okay, I'm just
Mhm.
curious. Yeah,
And we did not know a thing about
Dad did.
I did,
and he chose not to tell Kathy.
and I chose not to go.
Yeah.
Because if I'd have seen some kid hitting on my
Oh yeah. You know,
or hollering at
So
him,
No,
how many
exactly.
kids did you have come up from Osage County?
So, Westminster's a kind of a lot of yuppies on campus, a lot of richer city kids. Sorry to any of your listeners.
No, that's
all
okay.
20 of them.
It's okay.
So I had a group from Osage County, I'd say 40, 45 guys
You roll
came up,
deep. He rolls deep.
and they all roll in wife beaters. And they come into the facility, and they had been partaking most of the afternoon.
No, I don't believe it.
So there were some issues there. Long story short, we did go the distance, but I lost by decision.
Yeah, it's
But you won in the hearts and minds.
That's right. The one judge got me.
but the man did not want a rematch.
like Rocky.
Yeah, like Rocky.
Ain't gonna be no rematch. It's like a piece of steel. That's really good.
Oh, my boxing career ended at 0-1.
I'll be dead.
How many people were in the attendance? You think?
Oh my! Oh gosh!
A lot.
Just in general.
100?
Oh, 1,500.
Oh,
That's
it's not recorded.
It was packed.
Westminster let them do that.
I don't know if
Right
they-
after
They haven't been. It hadn't happened since.
I feel like this wasn't officially sanctioned.
Also, there was no social media back then.
That is true.
The
What
same
a nice
university,
time.
the same university that had Winston Churchill,
Yeah.
the Iron Curtain speech,
there was
definitely sanctioned this fight. That was
That was the most nervous I've ever been in my life.
Really?
So as you walk in and it's just packed, you're like, oh, it's not like shooting a free throw or
Yeah, right.
the base hits.
We're gonna go do this. It's 1-on-1.
It's not like at a parish picnic late at night when everybody's almost gone.
Matt was very smart in high school, but he did not apply himself because his group of friends, he'd come home and have a little scar here. And I said, oh, he thought we tripped. He never told me there was a few fights in high school. So when he got his ACT score, and it was pretty darn good, his teacher said, hey, I knew he was smart. When I saw the ACT score, I didn't know if I should slap him or hug him.
Yep.
Exactly. She knew how smart he was, but he just didn't.
See, I always think of Matt as a smart cousin.
Oh,
I
gosh.
really do. Isn't that crazy? As if
You got the bar.
he's the smartest.
It's a smart.
It's crazy. All right, really quick, I want to know you and Erica, his wife, of how many years?
22.
That's
Just turned 22.
amazing.
Yes.
Okay, can you maybe explain a little bit about your courtship, how you got together, and then how you've been together this long?
Okay, well, this is not exciting, but our brothers both played basketball with each other. And we actually met in probably the 7th grade.
Wow.
I first
Wait,
asked
you were in Loose Creek. She was at Freeburg.
Freeburg, yes.
Okay, but how'd
So-
you meet? Like at a
We were at a ball game,
ball
and I
game.
seen her there with her parents. I was with mine. And probably a year later, I had the courage to call, and she turned me down twice.
yeah.
What do kids say? Just talk when you're dating, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think we finally started dating. I was a sophomore. She was a freshman. And we have been together since. We dated for
Wow.
8 years before we got married.
Wow.
We married 22. Probably happier now than we were when we first started dating. No, we do spend a lot of time together.
You have so much fun together.
It's nothing flashy. Like we just like to hang out. And
Do you have like a tip for people out there for a good marriage?
make your wife your best friend.
That's a good one.
Spend time, call when you don't need to, leave notes.
This is great life advice.
And can you send her the tagline?
What do you think?
Yeah. About a long marriage.
Not about Matt and Erica, it's about your marriage.
Secret
Well, I
society.
think Matt and Erica have a great marriage. They very close, and like you said, they don't have to go anywhere. They can sit at home and have friends over, and they're the happiest people in the world.
They could also just be by themselves.
Well, that's right.
I love that. What
And
about you and Kat?
Kathy and I are the same way. We are fortunate to have such good kids, and they are our best friends.
Who's your favorite? Rank them top to least. You're gonna get beat.
No.
Julie.
Her daughter's Julie, the other three are tied.
They're all tied for last.
Reverse. What's your thoughts?
Yeah.
And a happy marriage. I would say that Ian is also my best friend for sure. I said that at the altar because the priest was like, God,
So memorable, huh?
so memorable. We have so much fun together, but also we're best friends, we're business partners. But I remember Ian comes down for the first time to Loose Creek. And we went to Hayden Backus's benefit, which raised a ton of money. We shot skeet with Kasich and Massman, and we took the black Jeep out with the brothers. Ian, I swear, like that is when he fell in love with me, which is always the case for the boyfriends whenever they come down or whenever they come to a Christmas or an event with all you all, they're all like, "Oh, I'm going to marry you." There's so many broken hearts. You know? But the guy from New York, the reason that the guy from New York won is because he was so interesting, and I'm still learning things about him every day. He's an onion. He's got so many.
He needs a rebuttal here, so it makes you cry when you.
That is so nice.
When you come.
It makes you cry when you look at him.
So it makes you cry.
I spoke like a brother. All right, Tyler, now it's your
Tyler's turn. And then Mark, your turn.
Andy, you skipped over the fact that upon arriving in Loose Creek, the first activity I ever did in Missouri was going to look to my family reunion.
In Nita, Missouri. But Gina and Lauren, Danny, and who else? They were super little, but they married us. They acted like they were sisters.
Yeah.
And they married us.
No, I'll take a different approach. I'm going to tell you what not to do, and that is get pigs and try to raise them with your wife.
It's pigs.
No pigs. Now we haven't decided whether that's helped us or hurt us yet, so we're still figuring that out. Looks like it's working out so far.
I think.
Go ahead. How many kids do you have? How many kids do you have?
We got four kids. And
fifth on the way. No.
We just got done with number 4. Let's get that up. She's the girl. There you go. Yeah, she's the girls. But yeah, besides that, I don't know.
That's it.
I'm just saying.
You work well together, though.
You two do so much together, farming wise, and enjoy the same thing. So it's amazing what relationship you have. And then you'll pick up and go to St. Louis with your bounties that you've produced.
I will say that is the most fun we have all summer. Is going up to do the farmers market together on the weekends. No joke. No.
What about the people you meet there and how appreciative they are?
That's the best part.
Tell us about that.
And I'm like,
farmers markets are great. They're all just like-minded. It's not like you're trying to, sell just anybody. They're there because they want good food. Yeah, and they believe in it. And now we're friends with most of them. And we're friends with the vendors that are over there.
That's a lot for you all.
So the same hill I saw her come off of in that yellow Mustang one Monday morning. She's coming down off that hill, and I see her. She pulls, and she's waving, going to school. Last Saturday, they're coming off that same hill in that minivan, and I see a hand reach up through the roof, waving at her. So I said, "Oh my God, they got the whole kids." I thought you were going to maybe come up to the house, and they turn off at the bottom of the hill. And so I pull up in the driveway, and I call, "Where are you guys at?" Because I thought I'd catch them going through town. So we're in Bacchus Poultry getting
picking up all our stuff.
I said, I'll come down and help, because I couldn't imagine, that's a job.
There was 24 of them.
Yeah.
And they were not small.
Yeah, so we get there, and Glennie comes by, and right behind us pulls another guy who's picking up turkeys. And so everybody's there. And we were there first, and we're just going to grab 10 turkeys, 10 birds, and go. Gretchen opens the door, and she starts looking at them, and she everybody on the planet that these birds were going to be from 15 to 18 pounds.
that's our goal.
That was our goal.
That we didn't know.
They may be a little smaller. We're not sure. First turkey Gretchen sees
get closer.
is 31 pounds. 31. Yeah. Now, she saw the 3, and she freaks out a little bit. Anyways, but we were really glad that Glenn was there, because Gretchen was like freaking out. That we think the average weight of these turkeys were probably 21 to 22 pounds.
And people didn't want them that big.
Well, that's a huge turkey. So anyways, we just took them anyway. We just texted everybody. It's like, hey, they're a little bigger. We apologize in advance. And
we just did a cap price.
And so
it's paying more than what they
right.
said.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah, so we just capped the price. No joke. Everybody was cool with it. And I sold an extra turkey while I was up there. I had an extra one.
Oh, man.
It was one of our friends that are customers. And I was like, hey, you want a turkey? And he's like, let me see it. And I told him, he's like, sure. I think it'll fit in my smoker. But yeah, it was like,
started smoking.
Glenn, we were pretty excited that you were there to help.
Well, Gretchen, she told them 16-pound
Oh,
birds
my
and they're
gosh.
28 pounds. What the hell are we going to do?
We're gonna get them young.
Mark Luebbert. All right, secret to a happy marriage. What's up?
So they've heard the term 50-50. It's not 50-50. It's 100% and 100%. You have to fully engage. There's no question. The other thing, patience, obviously, you listen, those kind of things. But the other thing that I said the other night in this podcast is that you've got to anticipate. Sometimes, I'll come in and the mood is not right. Men, we kind of know that. Yeah. But the key is
both sides, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The key is to anticipate that, and then if you're going to talk about something controversial, just wait a little bit. There's been more times I've said, "Honey, isn't it time for a cocktail?" But then I'll say this about the second
Clock.
No, it's Sheila. But no, it's and then the other thing she sent me the other day was really true. It's how your marriage evolves over the year.
Oh, that's true.
And that's the thing, and I was asking Kathy earlier about this. Mom and Dad had a little, a sign or something in their pictures.
Oh, yeah.
In their house about the stages of love. And the first one's puppy love, your 7th grade. Now yours lasted this the whole time at puppy love.
It's pretty
Goes whatever it is, but then the enduring love, when you're sitting on the couch, you're sitting on the bench, and it changes through the year, and that's the beauty of a good marriage. It can grow the same
Together.
Is it easy? Hell no, it's not easy. But you make it work, and you do what you need to do because it's worthwhile.
Well said, man. Well said. All right, guys.
Well,
So now we're nearing the end. So, do we have any final thoughts?
I was gonna say if it wasn't gonna take an hour, I was gonna say how about our best Fritz and Margie moment, but we can maybe save that for later, unless you want to do that.
But do we have the best?
Yeah, it'd be
I
really
have a
good.
Fritz and Margie, just a quick.
Let's do a quick.
Yeah, that's even
They
good.
are so satisfied that when it's 100 degrees and you get down to visit them and they are sitting out with a little umbrella with a cooler right between them and a sprinkler going
No pressure. No pressure.
because they did not want to be in the house and they were just fine with that.
Oh,
It says so much. They just could make it work in that yard. Now, they didn't always agree. Mom liked a little more company than Dad. Hide behind the shed a few times, so when you come. And I'm finding getting more like that because Mom was always just more social, but they were so satisfied together. That's what I very content. They want
And they like to when the big rain was coming, when a big rain would come, they'd go and with a sit back and check the creek just to see how much you were. They had like the burn brush. Glenn reminded me of that the other day when I was doing that on my birthday.
That's where Connor gets that.
Yeah. You burn a little brush pile and just hang out with, let's watch.
watch the fire.
It didn't take much.
But when they were growing up, there wasn't much entertainment.
No.
You had
You
to
had to
be
find out.
satisfied with what you had. And they were
Final
they were
thoughts.
so good at that.
I got one. Well, I have a bunch of them. The one that just pops in my head. Mom helped me how long ago this was. We were down at Joe's Lake for some sort of family function. Now, Joe's Lake is one of our friends has a lake that's great for kids with kayaks and fishing and swimming, and you can hang out down there. And we had a good afternoon, and there's a few beers consumed, and all of a sudden a pop-up shower hit. And Fritz and Margie had their Jeep. They were like, I think Dad or Mom said, no, you're staying at the house till this blows over. No, we're going home. So they were going to drive back to me then. That's probably 35, 40 minutes from this place. And it was raining good. By the time they got home, I guess Margie's hair dye and makeup had rained down.
I have not heard this one.
Oh, Fritz drove all the way back.
Oh,
and
boy.
turned to down because the cop wasn't on the Jeep. And he goes, we just laughed the whole way home.
Oh,
I just love that.
Well, I saw that storm coming. So I went to the turkeys.
Yeah.
And I was up the farm cranking up the curtains And I hear somebody coming down the road, and I look, and here's Fritz and Margie going, and it's pouring, blowing, driving down. I said, "Are you shitting me?"
And then we had Katie's little party, and we were going to have a hayride. And my mom and Katie's other grandma were in the front seat.
Oh, Glenn, what's Glenn?
So good.
Glenn was
Glenn's
big
driving.
fun. So everybody on the back was drinking already, and everybody was having fun. And Glenn had his beer, and somebody reached in with a
Hot damn
shot for Mom and Jeannie. So they each took a shot at that, and they were giggling and laughing. And then Glenn said, "I guess we'll start." And she goes, Jeannie Seymour said, Glenn, you're not going to drive if you're drinking my beer. Glenn said, "In the Seymour, I'll be just fine."
On that note, wonderful. Thank you.
Oh my God. I didn't know, Matt, you were going to get in on it.
A little bit. Come on.